Whether you write on Medium or on any other platform, a title can make or break your article. Because the title is the first glance that the readers get into your article. And if your title isn't good, no matter how good the article is, people are not going to read it. That's why you need good titles to your article. And in this video, I'm going to discuss one common misconception regarding titles and one very useful tip to write better titles. Hello everyone, my name is Anangsha Alammyan and welcome back to my channel. I'm a writer on Medium and a 13-time top writer. I'm also the owner of the publication Books Are Our Superpower, and today I'm going to discuss one very useful tip on how you can write better titles. But before that, let's discuss the biggest misconception that most writers have regarding titles. There is a common format of title that you would see on Medium that most writers use. And this title goes like this, that this simple trick will improve the quality of your life by 10x. Or you can say that this simple mindset shift will make you more productive. But the biggest misconception is that if I am a reader, why would I want to read an article like that by someone who I know is not an expert? Say, for example, I want to improve my productivity. I would read it from somebody who has made a name for themselves in the field, right? Or if I want to make the quality of my life better, I would read it from someone who's had experience, who has established their credentials. Say someone who's a well-known life coach or who's a well-known TEDx speaker, a motivator, a coach. But apart from that, if it's just some random new author, I wouldn't want to click on an article like that. And if I don't want to do it, I am an average reader, most people would not want to click on an article like that unless you are someone who has already made a name for yourself. For example, if you are a top writer in productivity and everyone on Medium knows your name, then you can write just about any title and people are going to read your work just because of the backlog of work you have established and because people trust you. So your name is synonymous to self-improvement and you can write anything and people are going to read it. But if you are a new author, it doesn't matter. Even if you are a coach, people don't know you. So they are not going to read that article by you if it has that common title. So if you want to use titles like that, here is a trick what you can do. See, Medium has two options. The first is the title and the second is the subtitle. So you can use this trick always whenever you are naming your title. Use the title to convey what the article is about, and in the subtitle, use it in such a way that establishes your credibility. For example, you can write about productivity even if you are not an expert. If you have watched a talk show by someone and it gave you a lot of insights, you can definitely write an article about that. But mention that in your subtitle. For example, if your title is "This simple trick will improve your productivity by 10 times." In the subtitle, you can write "Simple mindset shifts I learned from X," where X is a famous person who has already made a name for themselves in the field of productivity. The same goes for any other title that you use. For example, if you are writing about improving happiness, then you can write a title like that, that this simple trick will improve your happiness. But in the subtitle, use it to mention the name of somebody from whom you have learned. Maybe you have read it in a book, or maybe you yourself have practiced this habit for 1 year and you have seen consistent results. That also establishes your credibility. You don't always have to mention someone famous. You can also draw on your own experiences. So remember this trick, and then they will definitely be more likely to click on your article and read the entirety of it. This was the most common misconception that I have seen in the new writers with whom I have worked. Now let's discuss a simple trick to write better titles. So for that, people often struggle with titles. They are not sure what they can name it because all of the common title ideas that come to them have already been written about. They've already been taken by somebody who's more famous than them, who has more followers than them. So they are often stuck. What shall I name my article? So in this case, this is a very simple trick and You can use it on all your articles and the results will be amazing. And the trick is summarize your article in one line and then use that line as the title. Yes, it's that simple, but then again, yes, it's that hard. So, suppose you're writing an article about, say, X lessons you learned from 10 books you read in this year. So, that's a very generic article, right? Why would people want to read X lessons you learned from a book? But maybe each of these lessons have some common theme. Maybe each of these lessons make you more goal oriented. So, if you write an article like this, 10 lessons I learned from books that made me more goal oriented. That's a good example of a good title. And people are going to read it because you have already established your credibility, because you have said you have learned these from books. And we all know books are a great source of knowledge. And it's very clear, the takeaway is very clear that these tricks will help you become more goal oriented. So anyone who's looking to become more oriented towards their goals, they are definitely going to read that article. Another example is, suppose you're writing an article about the Pomodoro technique that has the title that this simple trick will improve your productivity. But that's not a very good title because it has been done so many times before by so many other people who have more followers than you. Chances are your article is not going to work. But why not name it something interesting? And why not tell the readers exactly what they can expect from it? For example, instead of just saying this simple trick will improve your productivity, you can use this title, How to Use the Pomodoro Technique Effectively to Improve Your Productivity by 10 times. That's specific. It gives a clear idea to the reader of what they can expect from it, and also it establishes the method you're going to talk about. So people who already know about the Pomodoro technique might not read it, but so many other readers will, because you are so specific, and people who have never heard of this word, they are definitely going to want to know more about it, and it's going to give you more reads. Before we conclude this video, let me quickly summarize the takeaways from here. The first is that never name your title something generic, and even if you do it, establish credibility in the subtitle. So, why should people read your article? What gives you the authority to write about this topic? And why are you the best person to write about it? Maybe you have done extensive research, maybe you have experimented on yourself, maybe you have worked with 100 clients in your coaching business. So that depends upon you how you do it, but use the subtitle to establish some credibility. And the most important trick for giving better titles to your articles is summarize your article in one sentence and use that as the title of your article rather than sticking to some generic templates which 100 people have already used in the day. And this will definitely make your article stand out, and they will make them unique and people would want to read them. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. I discuss many more such tips and tricks regarding how to write better articles, how to format and structure your articles properly, how to align your thoughts and make a coherent flow so that the reader doesn't lose interest while reading your articles, and so many other topics in my course Project Medium, where I teach new writers on the platform make their first $100 from writing. So many people have already joined the course, and if you are someone who'd like to make a living from writing on Medium, this could be the perfect opportunity for you. I have left the link in the description of this video where you can check out the modules of Project Medium, what you have to do and what I have to offer, and exactly how I can help you. So just feel free to check it out. So yeah, that's all for today from my side for this video. I'll see you again soon. Till then, stay safe and keep writing. Bye.